Whenever I think about the word se, I think about the Joker. And no, it's not because he's evil or because it might be Batman's nemesis. No, se in Spanish is a wild card. Don't believe me? Check this. Carla se peina. Yo se lo di. Se renta departamento. Are you sure this word is not evil? In this video, I'm going to teach you 6 key meanings of the word se so you can apply it as a native speaker, and I'm also going to give you an exercise so you can put this knowledge into practice. Hi, I'm Daniela Sanchez and I'm here to help you become fluent in Spanish. Like the Joker, the word se can be dangerous if you don't know how to use it. And like a wild card, its meaning depends on the things or the elements that you're surrounding this word with. Let's start. For example, one of the most common uses of se is as a pronominal pronoun. And be careful because in here it can be a reciprocal pronoun, a reflexive pronoun, or just a pronominal. Let me give you some examples. Carla se peina. This is reflexive. Carla is performing the action on herself. Ellos se besaron. They kissed each other. This is reciprocity right here. And finally, mis vecinos se fueron. My neighbors left. Pronominal verbs require a reflexive pronoun to have their meaning, okay? You cannot remove this pronoun or you're going to destroy the meaning. Another common use of se is as an indirect object pronoun. However, in this case, se is a little bit big. I know. You need to have certain elements so se can have this meaning. For example, you're going to use it instead of le and les just if you're replacing direct objects for the third person, when you're giving something to someone. For example, yo se lo mandé. We don't know what I sent. Se las compré a ustedes. I bought them for you. We don't know what that them is unless you know the context. So wait a second. Why do we have to use se if le and les are perfectly good indirect pronouns? Well, in Spanish, le, lo, and its variations mean dumb. So we have to avoid that misunderstanding. That's why we have to say se lo, se las, se los, se la, okay? Another common use of se, and this one is very important because it's so common in your conversations, is to emphasize an action. And in this case, we're either emphasizing amounts or we're emphasizing that a process has been done entirely. We usually use this with food or drinks. In Spanish, we like drama and we like to point at people when they do something exaggerated. For example, Juan se come 10 tacos. Juan eats 10 tacos. ¿Quién se tomó mi agua? Who drank my water? In this case, you're using se to emphasize the amounts, geez, 10 tacos. You're going to be in trouble, Juan. Or the fact that someone drank my water. Check, and I put this mark for you because in this case, se is a reflexive pronoun. This is a separate use because not a lot of people know it. So if I want to emphasize how much food I ate, I'm going to change this. For example, yo me comí 5 tacos. I ate 5 tacos. It's a lie. Just examples. This one is my favorite so far. I love this meaning. This is what I call admission of guilt or an accident. In Spanish, we use se to talk about accidents, to express that you didn't mean to do something. And to build this meaning, obviously you're going to use se, and you're also going to use an indirect object pronoun. This indirect object pronoun is helping you say who is the person that had the accident. Let me show you. Se le olvidaron las llaves. She forgot her keys. Or, se me quebró tu teléfono. I broke your phone. I know that in English you might not see the difference, but there is a big difference between saying, quebré tu teléfono, I broke your phone, without se, and saying, se me quebró tu teléfono, I'm so sorry. One is like, what did I ever do to you? And the other one, it's an accident. Just be careful next time, okay? Finally, oh, sorry, it's not finally, it's just number 5. We use this meaning when we want to talk about things in general, when we don't have a specific subject because we're talking about a huge amount of people. For example, esa palabra no se dice así. You don't say that word like that. Or, en México se habla español. In Mexico, they speak Spanish. Notice that in here, you're using a singular verb, okay? And we don't know who the subject is. We don't know who is they. In Mexico, they speak Spanish. It's obviously Mexicans, but we're not specifying who. And on that note, we also use se to build passive voice structures. The purpose of these sentences is to drive attention to the object. We don't care who the subject is, so we are going to omit it. We care about the object. Let me show you. Se renta departamento. Apartment for rent. Another example. Se venden frutas frescas. Fresh fruits for sale. So why is the subject not important in this type of sentences? If I say something like, yo rento departamento, the lady that sings my song is going to say, who is that freak and why do I care that she's renting an apartment? Sorry, I'm not that popular. So she is not going to care that I'm renting an apartment. She just cares about the fact that I'm offering that apartment for rent. So because the subject is not our main thing here, you are going to use se plus a verb plus the object that you want to focus on. And check here that your verb must to be conjugated based on the object. And those type of sentences are pretty common. Se renta departamento, se vende casa, se solicitan empleados. So that's it for today. Let me give you a quick exercise so you can put this into practice. Your job is very simple today. You are going to write 6 sentences, 1 for each use, and you're going to leave them in the comments. I'm going to give you feedback in case you need it, but I'm pretty sure everything is going to be okay. So before I leave you, I want to leave you a few resources on the description just so you can check this topic into a little bit more depth. The first one is a video on this same lesson, just in Spanish. That way you can reinforce these topics while you're practicing your listening. The second one is a guide to se, how to use se in Spanish. You're going to see more examples and these structures so you get to reinforce these concepts. So that's it for today. Please, if you like this video, hit the like button and I hope to see you soon. Bye!